5 of the sexiest women's perfumes that I have in my collection. All 5 of these perfumes are so irresistible, so sexy and sensual. They're a bit provocative as well, and they're fit for the confident woman, somebody who knows what she wants. She's not afraid to go out there and get it. All of these have such an interesting personality to them. And I'm personally in love with all 5 of these perfumes, and they are some of the best that I have tried. Of course, when you think of sensuality or provocation, there are certain ingredients that come to mind, right? So you have cherry, you have vanilla, you have rose, you have sparkling boozy ingredients, maybe a hint of spice. So all of these are quite different from one another. So just make sure to listen to the ones that you think are going to cater to your personal taste the best. But nevertheless, before I dive into this list, I do want to start by saying that if you're a fan of perfume-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and please give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. So again, all 5 of these are incredibly sexy. Please sample these first, of course, if you can. I know some of them are available in major department stores, but if you don't have those department stores in your area, see if you can get a sample from ScentSplit. I'm also going to tag the retailers down below. For the individual retailers, they are not commission links. I'm not getting any kickback. I just want to make it easy for you to discover these fragrances because I personally love them and I wish to put them on your proverbial radar. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and dive into the list, and let's start things off with a gourmand. Now, I believe this is the very first gourmand that this brand put out. This one is rose, there's cinnamon, there's praline, there's pink pepper, and of course it smells like a Madeleine cookie. It is so delicious, it's so irresistible, and it smells sexy as a result of that. But keeping in mind that this one actually has a bit more of a playful personality, I truly love it. I can't get enough of it. And I also love wearing this one myself, but my God, I would love to smell this on a woman. This one by Atelier d'Azur is called Blue Madeleine, and I'm sure you've seen these presentations with the gold flakes in the bottle. It just conveys class and elegance and distinction. It actually comes across smelling very sweet and beautifully feminine, but it looks very regal. I really love the presentation of this brand, Atelier d'Azur. I've been collecting them for many, many, many years now, and this is one that I truly put my stamp of approval on. Blue Madeleine by Atelier d'Azur is a beautiful gourmand without smelling juvenile, which I think is a very big thing nowadays. A lot of perfumes, especially if they're overdone on the caramel and the sugar cane and the marshmallows and the whipped cream and this and that, they can come across smelling a bit puerile. That's not the case with Blue Madeleine. Now, the next one smells like lipstick and champagne. I'm not even joking. Just think about those 2 accords, what it conveys, the sensuality, the femininity. This is so sexy. I know I have unapologetically spoken about this fragrance on my channel so many times in the past, and I will continue to do so until more and more people sample it. And I really hope you fall in love with it the way that I have fallen in love with it. It actually came out last year, and truly this one is exquisite. This one by Two, Thoo, is called Guilty Crush. Even the name just kind of conveys provocation. This is a beautifully feminine, sexy fragrance. The lipstick, the champagne, it's celebratory in a way, but it's also unapologetically feminine, and I love it for that. Also incredibly long lasting. I get 8+ hours on my skin with Guilty Crush by Two. Now, the next one is dangerous, right? This is gonna be for the evenings. This is gonna suit you incredibly well in the colder months of the year. I know it's on the pricier side of things, so please do me a favor, and it's a huge favor. Get yourself a sample of it first. This is not blind buy material. Unless you're financially irresponsible like I am, then you're probably gonna blind buy it. But this one is almond, cherry, vanilla, and cognac. Almond, cherry, vanilla, and cognac. That's all you have to keep in mind. The cherry in this is so beautiful. This one by Bodacious the Victorious is called Bodacious, and you can just tell that this one is going to be a beast mode perfume just by the color of the liquid inside the bottle. This one lasts eons on your skin. It is such a long-lasting fragrance, and Yes, it is the longest lasting perfume on this entire list. Again, this is very gothic, this is sexy, this is very seductive. It's for the temptress out there. Now, the fragrance in the number 2 spot, this is a bit more subdued. This is a bit on the muskier side of things. And you know, I always get asked, is there a perfume that reminds me or smells like Another 13 by Le Labo? This fragrance is it. However, it is not a copy. They're not identical. It can just be worn for the same occasions, which is the reason why I even made that comparison to begin with. This is musky. It's floral. The cashmere wood in the dry down is done so sexy. This is such a beautiful fragrance. If you're a lady and you're looking for something very feminine, very elegant, not as seductive as something like Bodacious, and also not as sweet as something like Blue Madeleine, this one really stands out on its own, and it's called Cashmere Musk by Clive Christian. There are so many from this perfume brand that I truly love. The Contemporary is one that I wear all of the time. They have so many gentlemanly offerings on the market, but this is one that I would truly love to smell on a woman. I would also wear this one myself, but I think it's more suitable for a confident woman. And I have yet to smell this on a woman, but I know that when I do, I'm probably going to end up complimenting her profusely because it smells incredible. This is one that I think a lot of people might also want to gatekeep, because it goes without saying a lot of people are not wearing it. With a lot of these being niche offerings, they are kind of under the radar. So I'm very happy to have the opportunity to introduce them to you and also to give them some visibility. But let's just go ahead and talk about the perfume that is in the number 1 spot. In addition to the fact that you're not going to smell like anybody else, and the fact that you're wearing a niche perfume with a very high level of uniqueness and originality and idiosyncrasy, this one smells incredibly sexy, feminine, and alluring. There is rose in here, and the rose is done in such a natural and beautiful way. And of course, rose conveys romance and sensuality. And this one is not necessarily Valentine's Day in a bottle, but it has this beautifully feminine and sensual component to it. But it also has this sparkling champagne accord in the opening, just like this fragrance. Guilty Crush has a champagne accord in it. This one is rose and champagne. You pair those two together, you're just thinking of a really romantic evening, either at a restaurant or you're dining in, you're with your significant other, you want to put your best foot forward. I imagine a very confident woman with red lipstick and a red dress, maybe some high heels. Of course, you want to wear it and accessorize with it however you see fit. You want to feel confident, right? And I think perfumes manage to do that for us all of the time. They inspire confidence, they are uplifting, they make us feel good, and they complement, with an E, complement what we're wearing as far as our physical wardrobe is concerned. And I think this one is one of the sexiest fragrances out there. And perhaps it's not as angelic as Blanche Bête from the same brand, but this stuff is so darn good. This one by Liquide Imaginaire is called Dame Rosa. If you've not tried this fragrance yet, please try it. If we're talking about sexiness, unbridled provocation, Dame Rosa by Liquide Imaginaire is a super long-lasting fragrance you absolutely must try. And I just have a very strong feeling you're going to fall in love with it very quickly, as I have. Thank you so much for watching 5 of the sexiest women's perfumes that I have in my entire collection of well over 4,000 bottles, probably nearing 5,000, if not more. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you took anything of value from today's episode, I would really appreciate it if you would consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and of course, giving this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. So thank you again so much for your time. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode.